Well, still the chance of getting to the Four Nations final. 40 minutes, here we go. Australia await. It's New Zealand or England, and at the moment, England with 1 foot in the door. Can they bang it down in this second half?
They've got to absorb the opening 10 minutes because the Kiwis would have given a bit of a blast by their coach, Stephen Kearney. The field position was very, very low indeed, and the kick and chase game wasn't excellent. They have to improve in that. England, of course, got to just go through the same routine. If they can continue on with this wonderful advantage in field position and possession, then they should win this game. But will they?
I think, Phil, you made the point in the first half. Brian and I referred to it during the half-time chat. The New Zealanders know how to grind out wins, don't they?
They do, but they're missing some key important troops, and I think that at the moment I'd be very happy and confident if I was Steve McNamara, as long as his side can retain the focus at the end of the first half, keep the errors as low as they were, and defend with that sort of focus. Each tackle executed as well as that. There's so much goes into every single play in a rugby league game. You've got to be at your very best if you want to get through to the Four Nations final. In fact, I would say that in recent years, Australia will make the Four Nations final. We sort of know that. It's between England and New Zealand, and it's about which team over the course of a month can improve the most. Now, England's improvement from week 1 to week 2 has been good. Can it be good here now in week 3?
They're defending the run here from Sika Manu. He gets the Kiwis to the halfway line as he plays it to Isaac Luke, and this is a dangerous customer. There was a bit of argy-bargy between him and Rangi Chase, and I did get a report from somebody that it was continuing up the tunnel as they went off at half-time. Chase unhappy with the way that the tackle was completed on him at the end of the first half. Perhaps we'll hear from Bill about that later, I'm not sure. But this is Reid now for England, and he's collared.
Just play the ball.
And it was Jared Waerea-Hargreaves who got hold of him and then rolled over the top of Jack Reid when he was on the floor, nearly ripped the ear off him apart from anything else. Dangerous stuff at times.
Move.
There's the tackle completed.
Well, the Kiwis have given away a silly penalty. The lack of discipline, and someone's had a little chat to the man with the whistle.
And you and I both know why. And he's gone back in with the second half. 2 tackles in a row, mate. I thought you had a chat to him at half-time.
But also giving his side plenty of opportunity to get back in defence, and they just pushed him down.
Well, the penalty count is alarming from a New Zealand point of view. They've conceded 9, and England have conceded just the 2.
Good work on that short blind side. More of that, please. Kurt Yeaman nearly got through.
Here's James Graham.
Move.
He's halted. Roby is pointing the way, goes to the right and finds Chase. Wilkin gets the ball away brilliantly to Roby. It's opened up for Graham. He flicks it back. Wilkin again. Down he goes under the challenge of Mannering.
You've got to put your money on the fullback, Sam Tompkins.
Roby! Just short.
Nearly got there.
Good stuff from Kevin Locke on his own line then. Sinfield's looking this way, comes this way to Graham. Trying to crash bang his way over the line. They hold him up. Here's the last tackle for England. Look how close they are to that Kiwi line. Roby, back it comes to Sinfield. Out wide it goes off the boot of Kevin Sinfield. Reid gets it, gives it to Westwood, and Ryan Hall again.
Has he done it? He did it twice at Wembley. Has he done it at the KC Stadium? The man's a freak.
Well, they're looking for a number of things here. Offside, first of all.
They're okay. That's fine. The upper body strength on this guy is unbelievable, and I think he's got it down, and that is confirmation. The third try from the freak winger, Ryan Hall. He's making a habit, and what a time to convince everybody that he's one of the world's best, and on this form, who can doubt it?
2 of the best tries ever seen at Wembley Stadium last week. He played against New Zealand 2 years ago at Huddersfield as England made the final, and he has just pushed England further towards Ellen Road in 2011. Another sensational finish from the Leeds Rhinos winger, Ryan Hall.
Two attempts by the forwards got them very close, but the kick from Sinfield, absolutely superb. You can see the winger, two of them went for the ball. It allowed just a very slight gap. Two Kiwis contest to it. There was no call. Westwood knew that this guy can finish, and boy, can he do that. They've gone berserk here. Pinpoint, but why on earth did they not call the winger in the centre? And he does it again.
Tremendous from Ryan Hall. It's his 11th cap this. That's his 6th try for England. How important might that be? How important could this be if Sinfield kicks it? He has, you know. 14-0. England with breathing space and the thoughts of the final.
You know, a lot of the talk nowadays is about people having physical literacy, being able to twist and turn the body and use it in the appropriate way. What Ryan Hall does here, the balance he has by using his left arm to keep himself in the field of play, absolutely fantastic.
And Reid and Hall celebrate the try. Meanwhile, England trying to work the ball away from their own line again. 14-0.
And it's a good scoreline. They don't have to worry about keeping this ball alive. They can feel confident, and that's what they're doing, and it's good work. You know, that the way that James Roby is getting there quick and getting over the advantage line with that little short pass, forwards have played exceptionally well.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan.
You'd have to say that the New Zealand coach, Stephen Kearney, would not have been happy with the way that Beal and Mannering didn't call.
The forward pass has been called this time.
It was on the last, so that'll be the turnover.
Hand over there.
It was a forward pass from Chase to Yeaman. Let's go down to Bill.
Eddie, just a line on Ryan Hall, who we spoke to ahead of this game. He's actually training at the moment alongside his career with the Rhinos England to be an accountant when he hangs up his boots. He could have gone to university and he would have studied pure maths. Now that is heavy-duty stuff, but he knows all about fractions, that's for sure.
Yes, he does. He does know about fractions. Fractions of an inch as he gets in the corner.
Marker's not there.
Well,
Three tremendous tries in the space of a week.
That was forward, yeah.
It looked like it from Matolino, but I don't think the referee's called it.
Well, he's got to have help as well from the touch judges, and they're not. You talk about Ryan Hall. It's been a long time since anyone else has gone into the Rugby Football League Hall of Fame, but Mr. Hall has got his own, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Isaac Luke again here. Can torment England when he wants to, this fellow, Isaac Luke, from the South Sydney club.
Well, they're in a bit of a hole of the Kiwis, and they realise it, and they've got to look towards, oh, that's a charge down, it's back to it. It's golden opportunity. Good job that Roby got there in time. I'm just trying to make the point, Eddie, that it's time for Benji Marshall to do something.
That's a good run. Tremendous run it is from Nightingale. Charge down has given the Kiwis this extra set of 6. And this now is Sika Manu. It's Jamie Jones-Buchanan who got to him. The England defence muscles up, but Sika Manu drives with the legs. He's over the line, and now he's rolled back into the field of play, right on the England goal line. Can Isaac Luke poach one here? No, he gives it, well, untidily. It finds its way into the arms of Taylor, and it's 6 to go. So 2 consecutive sets of 6 coming at this England defence here. Jeremy Smith finds Marshall. He bullets the pass to Foran. They go wide with Locke. Back on the inside then. Here's the centre, Lewis Brown. England stand their ground and force him back into the field of play. That's Alex Glenn, the dummy half. And he gives it to Foran, up a bit high. It's driven in again here by Matolino. Isaac Luke scheming at dummy half, finds Benji Marshall, and it eventually found its way, but it's been pinched here, pinched by Tom Briscoe off Elijah Taylor.
It was a 50-50 pass, wasn't it? And England come up with it. This is all guts and determination now. Just calm things down. Don't get too excited. A 14-0 lead. know what these Kiwis are capable as when they really have their backs to the wall. But this is great work from the forwards. The combination, I say, James Roby is just organising everything out there.
Graham drives it up the middle again for the English. Last tackle for England. Sinfield shaped a kick, gave it to Jamie Jones-Buchanan. They go wide to Jack Reed, further wide to Ryan Hall. He hoops it up into the night air. Sinfield is chasing this. Sinfield collided, it bounced off. It's going to be 6 to go. It's got to be 6 to go. He's played at it. He has. He's wiped the tackle count down. It was Nightingale who played at that ball, and England have it back with an extra set of 6.
And good work by the officials as well. They had to notify the referee.
Here is Roby, trying to skip his way through.
He's had a powerful game as a hooker. So is this guy.
He has. Oh, he's lost the ball, and it's a double knock on. It'll be the New Zealanders' head and feed.
Well, James Graham, one of a few people out there for England who might just remember back in the World Cup when England had a 16-point lead over New Zealand and yet failed. I mean, the Kiwis went on to score 28 unanswered points, and he's aware of just how dangerous people like Benji Marshall can be. If they get some possession and start to score, they'd almost gain a 20% energy lift if they get over the try line, and that's the threat that England want to nullify and prevent.
Just a reminder to you again as we wait for this scrum to be sorted out. James Graham having a discussion with Matt Chechin, the Australian official. Just a reminder that we will be joining you on the red button after this match.
Shane, can you ask someone, right hand of the post?
Where the football post go in the ground.
Right. Okay. Down near the post, the base of one of the uprights.
There's a problem apparently with one of the uprights. At the end that England are defending in this second half.
Some metal, isn't there? I think to do with one of the goal posts is what has been reported to the referee.
Okay.
The base perhaps of where the soccer posts go, not where the rugby posts would be.
If we get down there, we'll stop.
They're a little bit wider, aren't they?
So do you think it's a cover over the whole of the football posts? We're not sure what it is, actually.
Well, the players have seen something. It'll get fixed. Phil makes a point about New Zealand being able to come back and have threatening players, and he's absolutely right. Benji Marshall, one of the best players in the world. However, he hasn't looked on his game tonight. He hasn't looked sharp as we usually see him. Some of the passes amongst the playmakers of New Zealand, they've been a little bit behind, they're a little bit high. When they're getting down, they're not being threatening enough on the England line. England so far able to deal what's been thrown at them.
Press the red button and join us for Four Nations Extra Time. After this match is over, we'll have interviews hopefully with the two coaches. We'll have all the analysis of this match, whoever wins it, and we'll look ahead to what's to come next Saturday night at Ellen Road. At the moment, it's an England-Australia final.
Certainly is, and England have controlled this game virtually throughout, and really they've got to make sure that their discipline is strong, don't give away a silly penalty. They've been very good in that department.
And Steve-O will be on overtime as well tonight, because when we're done with the red button programme, the extra time, Steve-O will be talking to our colleagues on Sky Sports News. Well, I don't know how England have come up with the possession there. There must have been knock-ons all over the place. Mind you, we had a knock-on that was disputed up here at the second half for the Kiwis. That was given, and that one wasn't given. They all went backwards.
And here's the man coming in.
Backwards.
Yeah, just got a little touch.
Hey.
It was Matalino that got a fingertip to it.
Nothing wrong with that. Looked untidy.
Boy, what a game this guy's had. A lot of people perhaps think, well, he hasn't done many breaks, he hasn't done this, he hasn't done that, but Roby, 24 tackles in defence. He's just controlled things out there at the dummy half. He knows when to settle it down. Little runs like that.
This is Carvel.
Just operate into the kicking game. Will it go early there? They're doing the
repairs for whatever. The hole in the ground, I think Phil's right, is for the soccer posts.
Just a touch too long there. That's all they need to do. Kick and chase and keep them down there.
Well picked up by Nightingale. And England get to him in defence. The New Zealanders have to get up the other end of the field. It looks a long, long way at the moment.
It has been throughout this game, or virtually 95% of it in regards to that, and I think it's 12 missed tackles that the Kiwis have had. We're only down to 4, which gives you some indication how they've regrouped and they've really defended well.
Isaac Luke, dummy half.
Fifth and last.
Good work around the marker position by the England defences. Up it goes off the boot of Marshall.
Down.
Tompkins collects it on the fly. Gets away from one, gets away from two, evades three. Went for the gap.
One.
Beautiful to watch.
Well, is that allowed that Sika Manu can pick him up and drag him back a metre or two?
Well, obviously the official felt as though that Sam Tompkins did not try to bring it back into play, and I suppose in many ways he's got it right.
Quick in New Zealand.
It's all down to interpretation, Eduardo.
Move now.
54 minutes. Once the player's on the deck, though, if the player is touched by the opposition, he is tackled.
It's okay.
Anyway.
And again, great work. We really have powered over that advantage line, England. They are controlling. It's got to be a good high kick from Wilkin, and it is.
Crossfield.
Oh, this is going to bounce.
Oh, it's bounced kindly for Sinfield, who gives it to Carvel. Foran with the tackle, and that's the turnover.
Boys.
And they won't mind that. They won't mind that at all, because England's defence has been solid, and now Carvel
penalised for not releasing the ball and allowing Foran to get on with it.
Yeah, just got a little bit over enthusiastic there. Thought he was on his way, but something that doesn't come his way all that often. That's a TRY.
I haven't seen anything, Eddie, in this game that tells me that New Zealand are going to pull themselves back in. 14-0 down. You know, 25 minutes gone in this second half, or 25 to go, I should say. I haven't seen anything apart from the brilliance of the players that we know that they've shown in the past, but I haven't seen it tonight.
I'm with you on that, Brian, and you made the point in regards that we haven't seen the skills of Benji Marshall yet. Quite frankly, I don't think we've seen any of his skills throughout this competition.
Good drive forward again by Mannering. Thomas Luluai's back out there.
Well, he made a huge difference, didn't he, when he came on for the second occasion at Wembley. They were a different side.
It's Marshall, and he finds Foran. Little kick off the outside of the boot, looking for the corner. Finds touch, but wanted the ball to stay in the field of play, really.
Not a bad option. The trouble is they're 14 points adrift. It's just the tactics that England will certainly carry on with until the 80th minute.
Yeah, they've got it apparently.
Well, Keeney, the coach of New Zealand, he was in charge of a couple of World Cup wins against England 3 years ago, 36-24 at Newcastle, then in the semi-final in Brisbane. They won 32-22. Also, they beat England in Wellington last year in the Four Nations.
Have it again.
So the referee wants this scrum formed again.
The ball wasn't out, boys.
The ball was not out, he says.
It wasn't out. You're lucky it wasn't a penalty.
England are flying in the face of recent history then here tonight with a 14-0 scoreline. We can rewind the DVD back to 2009, of course, and the victory in this competition at Huddersfield in what was the semi-final that night as well. Got England into the final.
One there, move now.
England are just
Locked in. Go.
23 minutes or so away from the 2011 Four Nations final, leading 14-0.
Watch the arm off now.
We're approaching the final quarter, and England cannot just relax. You've got to maintain their superb defence. They've worked really, really hard and had many opportunities, but they've certainly taken them. Great offload there.
Jamie Jones-Buchanan found Roby, who found Hyington, who gives it back to Roby, gives it then to the skipper, Peacock.
Move.
Roby once more at dummy half. They go down the right channel with Carvel. Oh, and he flicks the ball away, Carvel. That was too risky.
Didn't need that in a good position where they know they've got a good kicking game, England. You'd be disappointed with that, Carvel.
Don't need to do that, do you, when the scoreline's 14-0 in your favour?
Just kick and chase, get them around, turn them around, time and time again.
Alex Glenn now for New Zealand. Centre field, third tackle gone. Luluai.
No.
Here's Russell Packer. He's a difficult man to put down, this fellow. He's got them into the 20-metre zone on tackle number 4. It's Luluai again, and Marshall dabs it into the corner. Briscoe is there. They're going to get a repeat set, though, are they? He's doing his best, Tom Briscoe. He doesn't lose the ball, that's the important thing. He hangs on to it, they hang on to him. It's a goal line dropout that the Kiwis have forced.
Nice tactics, and it just gives you some indication that even Benji Marshall realising that this England defence is pretty tough, so they've gone for the little short kick, good position. This is a silly offload. They don't need to do that. You can expect that from the Kiwis because they're chasing the game. And I think the message will be out by Steve McNamara saying, Mr. Carvel, stick it up your jumper.
England in no rush to take this goal line dropout. Jason Nightingale's got a pretty good shiner as a souvenir of this match, hasn't he? He's just come to the sideline as well, and Kevin Locke is in all sorts of trouble. He's on the sideline too, receiving more treatment on that injured shoulder. Meanwhile, here comes Russell Packer again, straight at Carvel and Hyington, and also Peacock. And the England defenders just grit their teeth, put him down on the deck eventually. There's the problem that Locke has. Meanwhile, here is Ben Matalino.
Kiwi's got to start asking a few questions now. Time's just eating away.
And they're asking a couple here. This is a nice little run from Gerard Beale. Now it's with Marshall again. He then gives it to Lulawai. This is the danger man. Was that high round his neck? No. Carvel gets away with it. Isaac Luke. Foran, they change the direction of the attack. Marshall dabs it to the corner. We're going to get another set of 6 here, the Kiwis. It's great pressure they're building with 20 to go.
And again, this is respect for the English defence and good positioning. Briscoe knew exactly where to go.
Tony scored one of the tries against Wales last week, an excellent kick from Benji Marshall. World-class positioning on it. But they're running out of fit players at the moment. I think they've only got 2 changes left in 20 minutes for their coach, Stephen Kearney.
The positive thing for New Zealand is Benji Marshall is finding his touch with his kicks at the end of the sets. That's what you need to do. You need to build pressure. England have done it and have gone into a 14-0 lead. If they are to get back in this game, New Zealand, this is the way to do it.
Thanks, boys.
So here's Nightingale again.
1. John Neal.
And Lulawai just strolls into the dummy half roll. Gives it to Russell Packer. He gets the short ball away. Roby was on the back of the man carrying the ball. It was Isaac Luke. It's Lulawai again, who's looking busy and dangerous. So is this fella Marshall. Short ball gets away. That's Elijah Taylor.
Great work by Ben Westwood. Ball and all tackle. Second rower could go nowhere.
Lulawai, back it comes once again. Marshall! Marshall goes for the line, and England, 3 of them bring him down. 4 tackles gone. Look where they are, the Kiwis. It's Lulawai. He's being harassed, but he gets it away to Foran. They've got a man on the overlap here. It's the winger, and he's in. It's Nightingale. And the Kiwis, I think they've got the try, but the referee will hand it upstairs to the video referee, Ian Smith. It's another decision for him, but this looks as though it's A-OK to me.
He lifts the legs, does Nightingale, does the right thing. Yep. Tremendous stuff, just in time. No, it's not the song, it's the try. Well, we heap praise on the fact that Ryan Hall squeezed in at the corner, but this is equal to the task. Nightingale will be given this surely. I don't think he's touching the whitewash there, and he has pressure. This should be given as a TRY. And all of a sudden, the nerves will enter into the England camp.
I think Nightingale is going to be given the green light here by Ian Smith. Had a long, hard look at it. The try is given. And the nerves begin to jangle again for the English and their supporters. Jason Nightingale, his 11th try. Tries in all the games he's played in this 4 Nations so far. And he got a try in the World Cup win against England in Newcastle in 2008.
Got to give them credit for it. They applied the pressure, which is something that has been vacant, especially in the first half. But good work by Lulawai to keep it alive. And then the halfback long down, great finish by Jason Nightingale. Puts the Kiwis in. This is a crucial conversion.
It is. He wasn't crash hot with the boot last week, but he's kicked this one. Just got its way over the top of the bar. And New Zealand are back in it. It's 14-6, and there's plenty of time left.
Good play to the Kiwis, to be fair. Left it there. You could see that Tom Briscoe was left in no man's land. He finished it off. He's got the shiner, but he's also got the try that has brought the Kiwis back into this game. And you've got to go, your mind's got to go back to the fact that silly offload there by Carvel, when England really should have been pressing down at the other end, has allowed the Kiwis back into this game. Can't afford to keep doing it.
And who was it on this commentary gantry who said just 5 minutes ago, I cannot see any way back for New Zealand?
Same person that said Benji Marshall is starting to find his touch. Credit to Gerard Beale for the ball there. Wonderful finish from the winger, Jason Nightingale, squeezing in the corner. But it was the quality of the pass that put him on the outside of his opposite number that allowed him the space to finish there.
Brian, you're a rookie as far as all this is concerned. We have been in these positions hundreds and hundreds of times, and we have thought, and we have given England a place in the finals, and we have given England test victories. We've done the same against Great Britain, and we have been dashed. You have to keep hold of your emotion.
Well, I've told you, I think they'll go on to win this game. I'm talking about England, of course, but I'd like to see a contest of it, and that will help New Zealand, give them some confidence.
Just camp down there. It's all about the real estate now. Build the foundation.
Who wants a contest? Here's Carvel.
Hang on.
You know, England need a contest, Eddie. They need an 80-minute contest, because that's the best preparation for next week if they're to make the final.
Sinfield. Hyington. Now, can England get a repeat set at least out of this, the last tackle? It's with Rangi Chase. Dab to the in-goal area. Picked up, almost picked up by Nightingale, and they will get the repeat set, England.
That's all they need. That is clever tactics. It may not be all that fancy, but Steve McNamara is fully aware of what's needed. It was a well-weighted kick from Rangi Chase. Beautiful stuff. Good positioning by Nightingale, but had the numbers. Ryan Hall gets there first.
And the crowd beginning to find their voice and their enthusiasm again.
An important kick, I think, for England, because, you know, the third quarter of this game, from the 40th to the 60th minute match, New Zealand played it primarily England's half. Now we're starting to win that territorial battle back. An interesting dilemma as well for Steve McNamara going into the final quarter. Does he give Gareth Widdop a run? Only one of the 34 players not to get on the field so far.
Well, he's produced a couple of magic touches when he has come on in this tournament, Gareth Widdop. He's had to be very patient, hasn't he?
That's a word that England will be looking for. There he is.
Still no sign of him coming on as Hyington takes it forward here. He's halted by Alex Glenn. Roby. And now Chase. Gets the ball away. Tompkins. A grab at the neck by Benji Marshall on Tompkins. It's a penalty to England. High shot.
Take the two. Yeah, it wasn't the best attempt, was it? But he's the type of player that confuses the defence. Time and time again, jinking side, sliding. And the defenders, they just throw out the arms and hope for the best. He doesn't mind getting a clatter in the mush, especially if he can add the extra 2 points, and neither will Steve McNamara.
Well, they've decided to take the two that's on offer. 14-6, 16-6. I mean,
anywhere there, mate.
And I don't know whether Steve McNamara is in full agreement with the decision. That's a few seconds ago. Then we caught that shot of him.
I think there's a bit frustrated the fact that Sam Tompkins has caught quite a few. And to be fair, he has to be looking at the way that some of these Kiwi players have been attacking the head. They've gone very, very high. Their discipline has been poor.
Was your point, Eddie, though, he wasn't happy with the decision to kick at goal? That's what I got interpreted, the way we saw him standing there. He would have preferred them to play at this end and go for the try.
Well, I suppose to a degree this eats up the clock, and it gives England 2 more points on the scoreboard. A 10-point lead now. It's 16-6, but it doesn't change the dynamic of the game. New Zealand still have got to score 2 converted tries.
I always wonder about that when you see the players look up and people saying the coach is shouting for 2. If the guys on the field and people as experienced as Kevin Sinfield don't know whether to take the 2 or run the ball, then I give up. I'll stick with the players and their decision on the field all the time.
It's been one of those games where you'd have to say that England has played as a team right the way through. Every player has done his job. It's been superb. Okay, it may not be all that fancy. It's been a lot of grim determination, but this is at the top of the game. They realise they know they've got to win. It's a win at all costs.
Well, it is, and New Zealand are, what, 13 minutes or so away from the plane home, and England are 13 minutes or so away from a place in the Four Nations final in 2011. Something that they have coveted since the disappointment of their Four Nations campaign down under at this time last year. Sinfield with a high and deep kick, and the Kiwis allow it to bounce again. Oh, they get away with it though.
Well, not for the first occasion that they've done that.
Well, both sides have been doing that, haven't they, tonight? They've been allowing these high kicks to bounce.
It was dangerous to do that. McNamara will look at the defensive effort as well, because it has been quite superb. The way that they've moved up as a unit. Very few throughout this game as the England defenders come out of that one line of defence.
Keep coming, keep coming.
Saw Kevin Sinfield kick the goal that gave England this 16-6 advantage just a few minutes ago. Do you know this is his 41st game of 2011? 41 times he's pulled the jersey on for club and country this season. And of course, if he gets through to next weekend, it's 42 in 2011 for Kevin Sinfield.
He's had a fine tournament as well. He's had a good game tonight.
Off the outside of Foran's boot, that spiralling into the arms of Tompkins.
One there.
Teammates from Wigan, Luluwai tangling with Tompkins. Here now is Ryan Hall again. Another great try from him this evening. Just another reminder to you, press the red buttons when we're done here. We will have all the interviews, we'll have the analysis of this match. Four Nations extra time, you have to press the red button for that. Stay with us on HD2, press the red button and you'll find us.
We're also wondering before this game, Eddie, you know, there was problems in the forwards. Ellis didn't make it, of course, but James Graham, Jamie Peacock, they had doubts about making this game, but I must say they are putting a real big shift.
Here it is again, another high kick. This time it's well claimed by Nightingale.
Which makes it all the more confusing that he didn't go for the last one. He's very, very good in the air and well able to take it in. He's a big man.
Solid England, aren't they? Absolutely solid in defence.
Been outstanding. Simple as that, and the Australians will be watching this. Tim Sheens will be analysing where, what. And I must say there's been very few weak spots in this England defence tonight.
Entering the last 10 minutes of the match, and England with a 10-point advantage. That's a beautiful pass on the inside from Marshall again. One of his trademark passes.
Chip over the top. They've got to start doing something different.
Here's Marshall. He's doing something different. But have they got in? Well, the ball has gone backwards. Oh, 6 to go. The referee has wiped the tackle can down. Foran has it for the New Zealanders.
England defence just hesitated there. They thought they were going to get possession.
Matalino now. Down he goes. They're 10 metres away. They've got a stack of tackles in the bank. This is dangerous for England. It's with Jeremy Smith. And Marshall back on the inside it goes. That's Gerard Beale. They come wide then with Elijah Taylor. Good tackling in defence by Kirk Yeaman. Here is Nightingale. Now it's Marshall. Infield to Smith again. England turned clock off in defence.
Don't take the dummy.
The Kiwis have gotten a penalty. They've been caught offside, England, right underneath their own sticks.
Isaac Luke wanted to take a quick one. Will he throw the dummy, go on his own? No, it's gone out wide.
It's Matalino again. And Ben Matalino gets to the line, but England muscle up in numbers and bring him back. Push him back a metre or so. 10 minutes to go. 10 points the difference. Plenty of time. Here's Matalino again. Graham flew out the line and got him. 9 minutes to go. Here now is Marshall. Delayed the pass. Gerard Beale again. Oh, and it's been pinched by Ryan Hall. And Tom Briscoe. And Tom Briscoe's away. And Briscoe Briscoe is tackled by Simon Mannering.
He didn't panic though, that's the most important thing by Tom Briscoe. He knew that there was no one there in that second phase. They've got to get it out wide, they're lost. The defence is all over the shop.
Rangi Chase is halted by Alex Glenn. There was a suspicion of a 2-on-1 tackle then and an illegal strip when Tom Briscoe came away with the ball. Had he scored, it might have been chalked off by the video referee, but it's all academic now. Here is Kevin Sinfield. Here is James Graham! And Graham gets over for England! It's not given yet. It's not given yet. James Graham knows he scored though. Look at the face on him. Nods to all his teammates. James Graham knows he scored, and it just needs the confirmation from Ian Smith.
Did the right thing, went underneath, dived early. Has he got it down? Yes, he has. Benji Marshall tried to get in between, but I think this camera shot will show you that he's got it on the terra firma. He plonks it down there. Get out of the way, Benji. I think there's enough benefit of the doubt for this to be nod. He'll get the nod on this one. He was confident, and this surely will prove. Yep. James Graham surely has sealed it now for the England side.
I think that you're right, Steve-O. It's a try. Benji Marshall unable to do what Simon Mannering did and wrap his body around the ball. James Graham good enough to get that ball down on that occasion.
Well, this has got 2004, Stuart Fielden at Wigan against the Aussies written all over it. He scored an important try, and James Graham has scored an important try in 2011. It takes them closer to the final.
And with Brian now, I can't see the Kiwis coming back from this. What's the strip? Man on man, we'll have to wait and see. Briscoe, yeah, oh no, maybe. It looked as though Rangi Chase just joined. It doesn't matter. It's in the book.
What about the effort from Simon Mannering to chase back as well?
Sinfield 4 from 4. Sinfield 5 from 5. England 10 out of 10. They lead 22-6. Are they there?
They know it. And the Kiwis know it as well. Again, the build-up by the forwards. The forwards have been magnificent. But you can see there that Benji Marshall, he was looking for the intercept. Couldn't get anywhere near. And the big fella who's on his way down to Australia next year, James Graham. What a game he's had. It has been a wonderful team effort.
Here's Jamie Jones-Buchanan. It has been an outstanding team performance from England, this.
Come on, back in the hole. Here we go.
No more mention of two in the tackle when Tom Briscoe took it.
Well, it was, wasn't it? There's no doubt. There's no doubt it was.
What a difference a week makes. You know, last week down at Wembley, probably England couldn't get many of those lucky decisions, the 50-50 calls, and they're tough ones to make, aren't they, for the officials instantly on the field. All of a sudden this week, I would say we've had the bounce of the ball's gone England's way as well tonight. Let's just hope that happens again next week.
Here is Luluai, gets the ball away. Taylor, good hit by Yeeman. Luluai, Foran, pops it up. Matolino again. 6 minutes to go. England 6 minutes away from the final. Mannering. Last one here for New Zealand. Foran. Benji Marshall. Stabs the kick in behind the defence. Briscoe is there. Gets to it. And then takes the tackle.
Any youngster watching the game, notice how Tom Briscoe, when he went down on the ball, he put his body, protected it, made sure that no boot could come through from New Zealand and get it out wide.
Well, we've more international rugby league for you this Sunday evening. Wales will play Australia in Wrexham, 5:30 HD1. We're with them.
Let go.
Lee Breer's bringing down the curtain on his international career at the end of that game. Meanwhile, Ryan Hall sets off on a run down that right-hand side, but Bill has got, I'm sure, a delighted Gareth Ellis with him.
delighted and relieved as well, I'd imagine. It's been a bit nail-biting at times this second half, hasn't it, Gareth?
It has been a bit nail-biting, but you know, I think the boys laid a really good platform in the first half, and you know, we spoke a lot about control, you know, over the last few weeks, and I think the boys have played with great control and executed really well tonight.
If anybody's deserved a try for efforts, it's James Graham.
Oh yeah, all the front rows would say they deserve one every week anyway. So yeah, the boys have been brilliant, you know, throughout. You know, especially the forwards have laid a great platform for the backs, and then they've obviously gone on and done their stuff.
Well, next weekend and Australia at Ellen Road, and are you going to be fit? That's the question.
Well, I hope so. You know, if I can, you know, sort of get through early part of the week and train with the boys, then hopefully I'll stand a good chance here of obviously playing next week.
Let's hope so. Thanks, Gareth.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, he'll be keeping his fingers and toes crossed that he gets himself fit for the final. There's no doubt about that. Gareth Ellis, that nobody who's played in this tournament so far and nobody who's played tonight has let England down, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're right, and you know, the way that Jamie Peacock, we know he came in with a problem with his knee, but we know he's the captain as well, but the guy who's just led them around is the guy that's just offloaded there. Kevin Sinfield, his kicking has been good.
3 hands away.
But as I keep saying it, and I'll continue on with the fact that this has been an absolute wonderful team effort.
And it might just be the icing on the cake. It is Tompkins under the sticks. England, Australia next week. That completes it. And the lads on the side just watch on, and Thomas Lulawai sinks to his knees. He knows the hold on the Four Nations trophy is over, and Sam Tompkins, the right man in the right place at the right time to take the pass, and this has been a comprehensive victory now.
Full of confidence, keeping the ball alive. The Kiwis, they're out on their knees. And again, the combination, Roby to Graham, Jamie Jones-Buchanan looks for the support, and who else? He's had a fine game as well as this fella that scored the try that certainly seals it up. With all the talk of this man, Sam Tompkins, going to the other code, has signed a new deal to stay in the greatest game of all, rugby league. And what a way to finish it. And what a way to finish it, this guy. He has been in top form with the boot. He's organised everything.
And from bang in front, he should make it 6 from 6. And he does. It's 28 points to 6 now. And England are coasting to the final.
Tremendous effort.
But it's not been a coast, has it? It's been a
tough
battle. It has.
And it always was going to be a battle. But the thing is, New Zealand threw everything at them. But you got to look at the stats in many ways. Is the fact that England have controlled it. They've been in good field position throughout most of this game. And it's been a fully deserved victory.
Well, we approach the final minute of this match. Great Britain have faced New Zealand here twice before and won on each occasion. 2004, 2007. And Kevin Sinfield has been named as the Gillette man of the match. There he is. He will go home with a trophy tonight. We'll hear from him on our Four Nations extra time, which follows on the red button. Press those red buttons. Join us for all the interviews. You can do that now, actually. You won't be missing too much. In fact, you won't miss anything at all, and we'll be with you as soon as we possibly can. Once this one is over and done with here at the KC Stadium. We'll have all the analysis as well. Chat with, certainly now, I'm sure we'll talk to Steve McNamara. He'll be delighted at this. That's a spiralling kick again from Tompkins. Well claimed by Gerard Beale. And Sinfield with an important tackle.
And well, hasn't he? Beale had to drop back, is no stranger to the fullback position, of course, but you know the tactics that the English boys have applied. And
it's Widdop here. It's Widdop. He's brought them back. The man was tackled without the ball. Widdop smiled, disappears from his face. There's a Kiwi tackle without the ball, and so the referee pulls them back.
Yeah, someone was pulled back there. It was Kirk Eamon.
And in the background, the full-time siren has sounded. This will be the last play of the match, and surely the Kiwis will just run this ball out. Once this tackle is completed, that's the end of the match.
Steady,
and
boys,
there we go.
Steady, boys, steady.
That'll do, let's not score.
That's it, the end of the match. England celebrate commiserations to the Kiwis. There's the man of the match, Kevin Sinfield. James Graham, one of the try scorers. They've all played their part tonight, each and every one of them. And don't forget, press the red buttons, join us for Four Nation Extra Time, and we'll have all the reaction from here. But Steve-O, it's a delighted KC Stadium.
It certainly is. It sets the scene now. We take on the mighty Aussies, but the confidence that this England squad have gained tonight, they will go in there knowing. Their minds will go back to last week at Wembley, when they took the lead, when they know that it was only silly mistakes that allowed Australia back into it. They can go into next week's final at Ellen Road feeling very confident indeed. It's been an absolute sensational team effort.